And we are live. Puro Chicano U-turn. How you guys doing? Oh, my ribs are still cracked, man. I still haven't been able to really get over it. I guess it's been really bugging me a whole lot as of late. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. Yeah, guys, Puro Chicano U-turn. I just got out of the shower, man. So bear with me, guys. You know, this phone right here, dude, I touch it like barely on the corner or something, and this thing starts popping up all kinds of crazy stuff, eh? That's the thing I started disliking about this phone. It's a cool phone, but just starts doing all kinds of crazy stuff, eh? That I really don't like it or want it to do. Man, I just got out, like I said, just got out of the shower. I was hustling, man, because I was trying to get all this stuff going. Even eating really fast in the bathroom. Well, I was trying to the things I got to do, huh? And so yeah, I'm still I was eating a bunch of noodles right now. I haven't really finished, but here we are, man. Puro Chicano U-turn. Now, I'm uncertain if shout out to Johnny Hash Brown, my brother from another mother. I don't know if he's gonna show up. If he does, he knows he's always, he's part of the show. So, you know, me or me or him without the show, I mean me or him without it, it's kind of like it's kind of the same thing. But but yeah, we're one of the same, when it comes to the podcast, So welcome guys to the Brown and Chicano podcast. Thank you for following us, man. Everybody that comes over here and follow us. Hey, I see somebody out there. How you doing? Shout out to Goyo. Goyo was here the other day. We were chit chatting. Thank you, brother, for supporting the channel. Um, so yeah, man. Thank you guys. Man, I'm kind of sweating a little bit too, man. Um, I guess it was kind of rainy, man. It looks like over there in the slabs, man, people were freaking drowning over there, eh? You had water boy, man, flooded all the way to his kneecaps. Something called him Captain Water Boy. That's messed up, man. Because he had a bunch of people inside of his oh, sorry guys, because I got an ice pack. Look, my freaky ribs are still cracked, dude. Somebody said, somebody said, Captain Waterboy. Charlie. I guess it's part of humor. I guess they're all right. Guess they made right through it. But but yeah, guys. Shout out to my brother from another mother, Johnny Hash Brown, uh, Carlos from Slab City TV, Evan from Slab City News, um, Honey Ho. What's up, girl? How you doing? Shout out to Desi, a new friend that I met by through Carlos. Um, we've been chit chatting. We had a couple of podcasts together, live streams with like around 2 in the morning or something, 1, 2 in the morning with Slab City TV. It's crazy, man. They were like, I'll show up, I see that food being live, and then I'm like, then like, oh hey, what's up, Chicano, and come on in, and then they'll send me the link, and then I'm like, all right, well, I'm already here, so might as well. I was tore up a couple times, man. And then still, when I had cracked look at my forehead, man, still, got split open, dude. That's gonna leave a scar for reals. I never had a scar like that in my forehead. Well, I guess, oh, actually, I'm lying because I got this one right here when I got kicked in the face one time. Right there. I got kicked in the face one time by some fools. over there in East LA. And but yeah, shout out to you guys. Shout out to Dan, supported the channel as well. Stoic is another person from New Zealand that I have not seen anymore. Shout out to you. Um, who else? Shout out to all the community over there, man, with Slab City News, man. You know, shout out to all you guys. You guys are all cool, man. You know, Basic Bob, S. Jones, Beckers, Rodders. Too many to list, man. Way too many people to list. Nikki, you know, the real one. You know how there's the one and then you got the real one. And so she's real, man. She's someone is real. And everybody else out there, man, to support his channel. You know. Shout out to you, Evan, wherever you may be right now, dude. Thank God you didn't have any thank God you didn't have COVID, man. Because it looks like you're fine. Because you were really concerned about it, especially Carlos giving you that scare, telling you that there was like some kind of weird strand going of coronavirus going around over there in Michigan, and that's where you're at. You're in Michigan, and you know you said you had trouble with your stomach and couldn't, you know, you had a lot of issues, and so yeah, that's gonna be scary, I guess. You know, I don't know. You know, I know that time I had pneumonia, man. It's been 2 freaking weeks in the hospital. You know, one time I had a blood infection and my blood, so they had to with pneumonia on top of that, and a clogged intestine on top of that. So they had to keep me in there, man, in the hospital. So I was in the freaking hospital 2 weeks too, back-to-back years, man, in the hospital. You know, 2 weeks at a time. One of them I had to leave, man, because they messed up my freaking veins, man. They had a bunch of fools that were training how to poke your arm, man. My freaking arms, man, were like Swiss cheese, eh? After I got out of there, my freaking arms, man, were gone. I lost some of my veins, and so, but yeah, shout out to everybody else, man. Um, the one I've been really concerned about, man, has been Teresa, man. Uh, Sombra Cotoya, La Gringa, Pajita. I forgot what was the last time she was calling herself. She was calling herself Teresa Gaming at one point when I first met her. Teresa, she's over there in Florida. Wherever you may be, try to see if you can contact me, man. Gomez Steve at Gmail. I'm sorry, Gomez Steve 1981 at gmail.com. Um, or contact Carlos or somebody. Man, I missed you, man. I haven't heard nothing. You just disappeared from the face of this earth, man. Or, you know, or her son or Jeremy. Or we can, you know, if you can hear me out, Jeremy, if you're out there too, if you ever see this, I'm concerned about your mother, man. I mean, I haven't heard from her at all, you know. I'm really concerned about your mother, you know. I don't know what happened to. She's a good friend, you know. We speak hours on the phone and you know, just as friends, you know, obviously just out of respect, you know. And I don't know what happened to her, man. Seriously, and I'm really concerned about her well-being, you know. Just wish nothing ever happened to her, man. Nothing ever happens to her. Um, just it's very concerning, you know. Um, yeah, I want nothing to happen to her. But yeah, man, my prayers go out to you, Teresa, wherever you may be. You know, you and your family, and especially knowing all these freaking hurricanes and all these crazy weather patterns have been going around over there. You know, I know you're over there somewhere in Tallahassee. The last time I heard from you, but and then you know I haven't been able to contact anybody, man. My Gmail too has been messing up. I haven't been able to get uh no emails or nothing, man. And then plus I have no phone, so it's made it like 10 times harder for anybody to communicate. through me directly. So it's been hectic, man. The only thing I can do is with this phone right here via Wi-Fi. Um, talk to anybody. But yeah, man. Shout out to everybody out there, man. Everybody over there from the slabs too, man. Water boy, man. Hope you're all right, dude. Angie, you know, my so-called slab city life, something like that. um, everybody out there, man. Luis Araña, calls himself daddy because he's Puerto Rican, so people get the wrong impression that you're gonna call this food daddy, stuff like that. He calls himself daddy because it's like a form of saying it in English because it says papi because they're Puerto Ricans. He's from New York, so hey, que onda papi, and so they go out like that and they call themselves papi over there, but it's just in English. And it might sound a little bit different and it might get it the wrong way, but he calls himself like that. He explained it one day because he's Puerto Rican, so he's like, ¿qué onda papi? Or ¿qué pasa mi papi? Or something like that. From New York, I'm over here from LA, so they're from the East Coast. They're Puerto Rican, so Puerto Rican descent. So shout out to you, brother, man. Um, so yeah, man, I invited some people, man. Shout out to you, Lord Creedon. Shout out, man. Everybody out there. Uh, I invited a couple people. See if anybody shows up. I know a lot of people getting out of work. Um, I decided to start a little earlier to accommodate a couple of people that are, that wanted to show up. I'm gonna go ahead and post the link out here right now. Just give me a second, guys. I should do it right there. Come on, baby. There it is, guys. So anybody can join. Everybody's been following us knows that this is a platform to give people a voice. A lot of people out there has a lot of stories, a lot of experiences. They've never got any, they got so many stories, but ain't got nobody to tell it to. This is the place that we have made to. Man, I was gonna interview somebody, man, but this lady kept getting involved, and so that fool said, "Shut the fuck up." Got mad, and because she was like, "No, you gotta delete it. You gotta delete my part, man, that you came out." Like, you didn't come out, girl, man. What's the matter with you? She thought she came out on the background. She didn't want to, like a copyright type thing, She was high as a kite, by the way. Oh, shout out to man. Saludos a la señora de los raspados. Se llama Lucero, me dijo que se llama Lucero. Le vendió unos raspados a mis chavitos, you know, de fresa, de vainilla y yo me comí yo me eché uno de tamarindo. And they were bam, dude. They were banging, dude. Raspados. Uh, by the way, it was shaved ice, vanilla, strawberry, and tamarindo from me and my two boys. I had the tamarindo one. Um, man, it was banging, dude. Well, anyways, with her, man, saludos. She told me that I told, hey, ¿cómo estás? How you doing? How you been? No, pues hay más o menos. Like, no, usted diga que está bien, hombre. Which means, like, I told her, how you doing? She said, oh, I'm all right. And no, say that you're okay. Tell her you're fine. You're you're well. You know. She was like, oh, I'm so kind of saying. I was like, no, say that you're okay, man. You already woke up this morning, didn't you? That's already a blessing in itself, already. He's like, yeah, you're right. And she, I see her all the time. She passes through this block all the time. And then so she was like, you know, ¿cómo ha estado? And I told her, hey, ya no la han molestado los muchachos. like which means you haven't been bothered by any you haven't been harassed anymore. And she was like, "Are you the same guy that the other time that?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm the same guy. You know, usted es el mismo muchacho que you know que quitó al hombre ese de mí." Because there was this one guy who was like about 6'3", 280 pounds, big old fool, man. And I don't, and mind you, man, I'm only six. He was probably like a foot taller than I was, man, and probably like 100 pounds more than me. But I didn't care, man. He was being harassed by her. I fool was drunk as a skunk, and we had already had a run in with him in a liquor store. And he was all drunk as hell, and he was like, I don't know, he was just blabbering, dude. And he was like, "Well, what's up, fool? You know what you want, man?" And like, he told me, "No, what's up with you, man? You know, you all right?" He was all, you know, he could barely stand. That fool was all drunk as hell. And and then so me, some guy named Top Flight, shout out to Top Flight. Um, he was somewhere over there. He was with me that day, and so I was drinking a Corona, and we were in a block right there. Afterwards, we walked away over there, and we walked over there to the corner, and we're chilling out. And next thing you know, this will go over there harassing the raspada lady, man, telling her where, and she didn't know what the heck to do. She was like, you know, trying to stay away from this man, and I guess he had pretended that he wanted one. So she was like starting to make it, but she was like going circles around the thing, dude, like, you know, her little carrito. And she was making like going circles, like she didn't know what to do. But and then she had a mask on, so we don't know, you know, it was her real expression, you know. But she was like, you know, running circles, you know. So I was, and then the guy was like, "Man, you know, you see that fool right there?" You know, Top Flight was saying, like, "You see that guy right there, man? I don't know, man. I don't like what he's doing, man. Look, he's what he's doing." And then so I looked over there, and when I was about to walk over there, just started walking over there towards him already. So like me and him kind of like started, like I started just by like a one split second right behind him, because I already had, when he said that and I turned around and I saw this, I went over there, man. I started walking over there. So me and him went over there like, "Hey, Vato, leave the lady low, man. What's the matter with you, man? We already had a talk with you, man. You're freaking too drunk, man. Get your ass out of here. Get out of here. Right now. Get out. Better leave right now, dude. It's gonna go roll back to you. Órale, vámonos, compa. Anda bien pedo, hombre. Váyase de aquí, deje a la mujer. Deje a la muchacha, hombre. Déjela. No está haciendo nada. Chingados, ¿qué chingados quiere con ella?" Toma that. And so she remembered, I guess. I said, "Oh, sí, no te reconocía. I didn't recognize you." I was like, "Yeah, it's because I was probably, I don't know, I was probably wearing something else. Because I think I was wearing my Chicano dad glasses, which is my prescription glasses. And this time today, I was wearing my prescription glasses and a hat. It's in Monterrey, by the way. Shout out to la gente de Monterrey, allá Mexico. And then so yeah, so I don't know, man. We just would just this would just afterwards, man, he just looked at us, man, and then he saw that me and this was serious, man, because the Top Flight don't know how to speak any Spanish, man. So this was like was just gonna, like, you know, try to say whatever, and they would probably never understood each other, and then Top Flight would have probably started wailing at him, even though Top Flight was maybe a few inches shorter than me. It's not He's not a terribly big guy, but he was an older man, you know, like an older gentleman. So I don't know what he had, man. Probably had a freaking knife or whatever, man. You know, he probably had a blade with him. Maybe that's why he was that confident going over there and, you know, try to take on this 280-pound dude. I mean, I'm not exaggerating, dude. This guy was big, dude. He was a big dude, big Latino Hispanic dude. He was probably from like Central America, I would say, because he had that accent. He didn't have a Mexican accent at all. He was just big, and then he had a big old gut, dude. So he was kind of big. He was, you could say he was probably obese. He was obese. He had a big gut. You could tell he drinks a lot. You know, he had a big head, man, like the size of a freaking melon. And yeah, that fool was no joke, man. And then so yeah, thank God nothing happened, man. The lady was like, "Oh, gracias," and we didn't say nothing. We just looked at her, and we just turned around and went back to the place we were, where I had my 12 pack. And that was just about it. And yeah, that's what happened, man. And so I saw her again today, and I've seen her, and I told her, yeah, I see you all the time, yeah. And I told her I live over there, right there. But by the way, my name is Steve. Steve, like it's like Steven's, like Esteban, like Steven Seagal, which I should never compare myself to Steven Seagal. That fraud. They say he's a fraud, which I'm starting to believe so. Even though I was like a big fan of his, and he knew how to fight and did all these stunts and all that stuff that he did. Um, Even though one of my friends, Crow, shout out to Jorge Quintanilla, I think his name was. Wherever you may be, brother, you know, Jorge Quintanilla, my neighbor from over there, from East LA, from Liso Village, with my neighbor, El Crow, the Crow, all that for the Crow. I actually got some pictures of him right there somewhere. Hey, listen, man, I'm gonna do a special. I'm gonna do a special one. Where I'm gonna start showing you guys some of my pictures. Maybe on Sunday I'll do this, man. If we don't have anybody, I'm gonna start showing you guys some of my pictures. Um, Pictures that we took that like my grandma, my sisters, and you know, me when I was young, when I was a youngster. Some pictures of my brother Paito, rest in peace. My brother Big J, rest in peace. You know, you got some few pictures like that. You know, yeah. Well, shout out to everybody over there, man. Everybody that's out there. Did I say shout out to Lord Freeland? Yeah, I think so. Shout out. So yeah, man, there's a lot of stuff going on, man. So yeah, I saw the lady, man. I don't know how she really looks like because she got that mask over her face, man. But she's brown like me. So I mean, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm assuming she's pretty. I mean, she looks nice. I mean, she looks like she's in real good shape. You could tell because she's pushing that thing all day. So she's in shape. She's not obese by no means. At all. And and she's kind of tall, I guess, for her size. Maybe she's like 5'4", 5'5", I would say. You know, but yeah, she's almost as tall as me, almost. So yeah, yeah. But she's shout out to her and her family. Saludos a usted, toda tu familia, Lucero. Um, but yeah, yeah. By the way, too, my homeboy Pablo showed up too, man. He told me, "Hey, dude, you know what happened today, man? You know what happened yesterday or something like that?" He said yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. He said, "Man, you would have seen what my woman did to me, man. She threw all my freaking clothes out, man. My shoes. She threw all my freaking bikes out. She clipped all my clothes. She ripped it up and everything, man. She threw up and it's like, what'd she do that for?" I said, "Man, women are crazy, man. I don't know, man. I don't know what went wrong." And he started like almost like wanting to cry or getting this, teary eyed and stuff like that. Like, I don't know, man. Just been, you know, I ran into him just right there in the railroad tracks. O sea, no sé qué pasó. Pinches viejas tan locas, pinches viejas. Yo no sé qué les pasa a las viejas. I'm like, yeah, man, women can be cruel, you know. And then he started telling me that she started accusing him of sleeping with another woman, and he's like, well, tell me where she is, tell me who she is and tell me where she is, tell me who you're talking about. So somebody, who said they started, I guess, in her mind, he smelled like another woman, and this guy is not cheating. He told me the truth, like, nah, dude, I've never cheated on my woman. The first one I'll be telling her, the truth. I wouldn't be messing with her like that, even, and I'm already here living in her place. And usually when a woman does that, man, it's because she found something better, or she has a prospect or something. She's almost, watch, it's gonna backfire on her, man, because she's already hit the wall. You know, she's not a wanted woman like that no more. She don't got it like that no more. She's an older woman like that, man. They say women spoil like like they spoil like fruit, and us men get better with age, like fine wine. Some people say it's not true, but they better digress, man. Some fools don't take care of themselves, that's for sure. But there's a lot of fools that do take care of themselves, man, and do freaking look a lot better, you know. The women don't, man. They try to put more pounds of makeup in their face, dude. It's not gonna help. Mm-mm. That's what's been destroying your whole life since since you've been a youngster, eh? Since you've been putting that stuff on in your since your teens, man. Now you're trying to do, now you're trying to do this again, like you're putting this stuff all over you, man. You still continue to do that. That's not gonna help, man. The more makeup you put, the more you're gonna start keep putting on. There's una muchacha, le decían la muñeca. Man, she'll put freaking pounds of. I would say she'll put a lot of pounds on her freaking face of cómo se llama, of makeup, man. Like, but she'll put the powder stuff around her face, man. Le decían la muñeca because la payasa or something, one of those two. And she'll put like the red things on her cheeks and everything, and she'll put the whole shebang, dude, the whole thing on her face, like no joke. Yes, they hold on, give me a second, guys. Oh, dang it. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. Se ponía freaking pounds of stuff on her face, eh? Todas las things in her eyes, all black right here. The fake eyelashes. That whole red stuff right here in the cheeks, man. The whole face was white. Her body was like a different color, dude. But she was like, she was already light skinned. Oh, wait. She was already light skinned. But the problem was that she was even more light skinned in her face, like a freaking clown, white. So they call her payasa or la muñeca or something. I think they call her muñeca. I think excuse me. I think my sister found her on Facebook or something. I don't know. They they managed to find each other, eh? She just kept in contact with the man. You see that woman right now? That woman looks like like an 80-year-old, man. Her face looks like a freaking prune. She still puts a gang of makeup, mind you, but now she tries to cover them up with big glasses and like maybe even a freaking wig. But she's just like she's all completely fake, dude. But her face still looks like she looks like an ancient woman. She looks like old, man. Like she looks older than what she really is. That woman's probably maybe like I would say like in her late 40s, possibly even early 50s. But she looks like she's 80 or 90 years old, man. I kid you not, dude. I mean, I had to show you guys the pictures, man. When Grandma showed me the pictures, man, I was shocked. I was completely shocked, man. Like it was just something that it's not a good trade off, man. You see a lot of these menace. They don't wear any makeup. They don't put none of that stuff in their face, whatever. And they don't put nothing in their hair, and they look all crazy. But they still look like prunes, either way. Because most of them really do look like that. They tell them. So you give yourself. What do you give yourself, man? From 1 to 10? No, I give myself a 10. But what about you? I give myself a 1,000. But you, man, I give myself 11 or 12 or whatever. And then they said, okay, so you give yourself that, huh? And you give them a little wipey and said, okay, go ahead and use this, and then tell me what's your actual number afterwards without the makeup. And you'll see, man. They'll look at you, man. They'll be like, they'll feel offended, and they won't do it. They won't do it. That's funny. But that's why we gotta always we gotta be a better version of ourselves, man. That's why we gotta work out as us guys, man. We gotta work out. We gotta put in that work. We gotta get your money right. You gotta get yourself straightened out, and you gotta put all the work that you can do, to make it happen, so that you guys can be out there and get the best possible a candidate, so that you can marry, or you can be with, the woman that right here in this Western world. That's why there's these guys that call themselves the passport bros. I spoke about this before. There's no more traditional women out here, man. Like in the Western world, most of them are just been either by music, by TV programs, and music videos and movies. Everything around you, everything you see around you, commercials and everything, commercial programming. That's why a lot of these young girls and a lot of these women, they're all full of themselves now and delusional, man. It's unfortunate, especially if you don't know God. You don't follow God. That's why nobody even speaks about God now. Everybody speaks about energies and mantras and stuff like that. The energies, and this and that, and you got to feel it and stuff like that. And you talk about Jesus Christ. Oh no, 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 no! You get, you're canceled, or they'll block you, or whatever. It's just not possible anymore, eh? It's just not. And if you do, you get canceled, man. Or they don't want to speak to you. It's unfortunate, man. But everybody, everybody's been they said nobody takes me for no fool. Well, guess what? You have been taken for a fool. Look at the way you've been around these strong, independent women. They need no man. Look at you, man. I don't want to be independent no more. I don't want to be. I want a man. After they say, I don't need no man. I don't need no man. And later on, they get old. I say, I can get any man I want in their 40s. And then they're in their 50s. They're like, oh, man, I really want a man. And then again in the 60s, and they realize it's already done. Nobody's even paying attention to them. Because, your prime time is when you're in your 20s, man. But nah, they say, nah, it's because I'm trying to find myself. Find yourself for what? For who? Oh, for myself. I'm trying to find what I want, what I really want. Yeah, after you ran the whole freaking carousel already. Been through all them Chads and them Brads. And then you want to, and you won't settle you guys won't settle for a regular guy, because he's not going to be able to match what you had from Chad, from Brad. Just simply not. And they don't want to settle for less. In fact, as older they get and bigger they get and then they have more kids and stuff like that, the older they get, their standards increase even higher and even more. Good luck with that, because even us guys, as older guys, we're not turning around looking at you girls anymore like that. I'm sorry to say it, man. It's just the truth. And people don't like the truth, man. People don't like to hear that kind of stuff, eh? But the fact of the matter is, it's just the way it is. I mean, it's not that I call it or I make the rules. Or I'm the one that's putting out these rules or saying it like that. It's just I'm telling you facts, man. And it's unfortunate, but the people out there, man, really got to understand that we only live one time, man. And as soon as it's like us guys, man. When we're in our 20s, man, we're the ones that gotta get ourselves right. We're the ones that gotta get our money right. We're the ones that gotta make an establishment. We gotta establish ourselves. Women think that they gotta establish themselves. No, you ain't gotta establish yourself, man, because us guys don't care about your freaking money. A freaking rich guy can walk into McDonald's, man, and get that little baddie that's behind that dang desk, behind that cashier, the one that's out there making fries, or the one that's working, working in Ross, working in the freaking Dollar Tree or something. The rich guy will go in there, man, the lawyer, the doctor, and everything, and he'll want her. But you think a girl is gonna go back there, is gonna see the McDonald guys like, oh man, look how fine this guy is, man. You think she's gonna want to go out with this guy? She's gonna want to go out with an ugly ass lawyer, or the baddie, or the cute guy that's back there working on Taco Bell. Who's she gonna go with? She's gonna go with the cute guy working in Taco Bell, or she's gonna go with the ugly guy that's working as a lawyer or as a doctor. What do you think she's gonna go for? Or let's just say both of them look the same. Let's just say both of them are the same. They're just they're both Chads, except the other guy works in in Burger King, and the other fool's he's an engineer. Who are you gonna go with? You tell me. Women, they're gonna be like, oh no, man, I'm going with the money, because it's security. Women, that's what they want. They want security. They want security from a man. And when you're in your 20s, you really don't have that yet, unless you're coming from a family that's, got money. That's our mistake too, as young men, that we start looking for a woman at that age when we're trying to establish ourselves, because we don't understand yet. We just want that. You just want that woman, Trust me, I know, because I spent 13 years with the mother of my daughter. 13 years, like, throughout my 20s, basically, with her. My teenage years and stuff like that. And I started dating other women too during the, in between, I guess. And I was trying to get my money right, trying to get myself right. And then so by the time I hit my 30s, it was like I still was like not where I wanted to be. And now I realize that if I can't just focus on my careers and everything like that, because that's what they're telling women now today, that they got to focus on their careers and they got to focus on that. Said, no, man, you got to focus on preserving yourself and stop being promiscuous. That's what you got to focus on. Stop being a promiscuous woman and listening to all these other people that are telling you to be a freaking promiscuous woman and go out there and sleep with all the Chads and the Brads. Because by then, you think you're going to be able to just snatch a Brad? Or, yeah, they could snatch anybody you want, but they're going to want you for a little while. They're going to pump and dump you, and that's it. They hit it and quit it. Smash and dash. That's what's going to happen. They're not gonna put that ring on you. You guys have access to the relationship, to the physical relationships, that we have access to the commitment. Us men. Who's gonna put the ring on you? You're not gonna put the ring on him, are you? Or if you do tell him to marry you, is he gonna commit to you? So that's the thing you guys gotta look at. Not coming from me, man, like that. Right? I mean, it might be my opinion, that's my view. But that's not, I don't make the rules, man. It's just that people have been twisting what's been traditional, what's worked for many, many hundreds of thousands of years, the marriage part. Maybe the marriage part has been, the way it was like in the 40s and 50s, and even from way before that. But that's when everything started deteriorating between the 50s and 60s, coming the 70s, when you had the summer of love, had Woodstock coming around. when it was love and this and that. When promiscuity was even more. And so look at the world now. Look what happened. Look how everything is. It's a shame. Man, what are you gonna do? But anyways, guys, it's 7:41. Been going at it for 40 minutes. Nobody showed up. I told everybody here I was gonna be here at 7 p.m. because nobody was able to make it. I understand. I try to do it to try to accommodate other folks, but I guess it didn't happen. So yeah, I could keep going on and on. But I think we're just gonna call it a day. I'm gonna call it a podcast. We'll come back on Sunday. This time I have planned that I'm gonna start. That's why I can get all my a lot of the pictures that we have. Um, I can get them ready, and then people are, I understand a lot of people coming out of work right now, and then a lot of people just got paid, so a lot of people got a lot of stuff to do, and yeah, so maybe it was kind of a little bit of something doing it because I have more success when I do it at 8 p.m. When I start at 8, I have a little bit more success. So maybe 7 o'clock is maybe not the best time. Maybe I guess I'll come back doing it at 8. Maybe Sundays is probably a good idea to do it at 7. And maybe just Fridays not. Or maybe just got to start, maybe modify the time, maybe modify the day. Because I understand Fridays are more busy than most of the times. So maybe yeah. So we'll see what happens, man. I'm gonna plot and I'm gonna sleep on it and we'll see what happens. I might even give it a shot tomorrow. Maybe go tomorrow live again and we'll see how that goes. Just do an experiment, because I know there's a lot of people that chill out in their house on Saturday nights, or because a lot of people don't go out as much as before. Before a lot of people just go out a lot, and even when they do go out there and they do have the little parties and they're doing this, they're either on YouTube or Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, doing their own things, So, yeah. And today's the first, so I think I should have taken that in account too. A lot of people get their social securities and stuff like that, or they get their money from the government, and it's simply not there. They're just they're out and about. So shout out to everybody out there. They wish to have been here but couldn't be here. We'll see you guys next time, man. You guys take care, everyone, anyone, and everyone. We'll see you guys on the next one. Shout out to everybody. You guys know who you guys are. You guys take care, man. Shout out to my daughter, Allison. I love you, Mikita. Shout out to my 2 boys, my mother, my family, of course. So you guys take care, guys. I'll see you guys on the next one on the Brown and Chicano podcast. All right. See you guys later. Chicano Eater. See you guys.